Good morning, Kindle Kids, and welcome to your Wednesday, April 21st. Today actually is, for us educators, kind of a special day, National Kindergarten Day. Today actually commemorates the fact that back a long while ago, educators used to treat children a little bit differently in terms of what was believed to be the right way to educate a kid in school. Our schools were much more kind of stodgy. We would have even the youngest kids in desks all day long, listening to lectures, recording information down that was written up on the walls, and basically just being taught how to behave themselves and how to memorize and write things down that were basically set out for them. It's not really the exciting classroom everybody kind of hopes they'd be in. It wasn't until 1840 the guy named by Friedrich Froebel, a German, decided that, kids actually need to learn in a more welcome environment at a younger age. They set up kind of the more traditional kindergarten classroom. He actually invented kindergarten. And it's kind of cool because that's seemingly the same idea that's held on for the last 150 years, which is pretty cool. Before that, a lot of kids actually didn't even go to school at a young age. They would work at home, whether on their farms or just in their parents' jobs for the most part. A lot of kids actually basically did regular labor just like their parents did. And for a long time, people actually thought of kids not as actually children, but as kind of like defective adults, not exactly already developed or developing. They should have already known how to behave themselves. Like there's some sort of instruction manual for kids. And then, honestly, if you can imagine if that somehow held on through the last 150 years, how ridiculous it would be to, basically be like, hey, Bobby, you're not quite pulling your weight on those reports here, and treating kids like they should be doing a regular job. I mean, kindergarten is really important. We got to teach kids through actually interacting with objects and learning how to, construct things, build things physically, along with just how to play, because that actually is a learned behavior, along with the fact that we need to learn how to share and, socialize with others. And honestly, learning is really not that fun if we don't actually have any sort of excitement or interest in it. So it's pretty amazing to think how much of a difference the idea of kindergarten and learning through things that are entertaining and interesting to us is by comparison to the way things were done in the past. And now that you know how amazing our school is and our form of education by comparison to what was done before it, let's put our hands over our hearts, find the flag in the room, and please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Look at that kid, excited to be at school. Well, guess what? We're going to talk a little bit about food today. Today we have a turkey sandwich along with French toast sticks, syrup, tater tots, applesauce, and milk. Talking about what's going on with the weather, well, I bet you guys already know it is cold out there today. High of about 39 degrees, much, much colder than it was yesterday. There was that big drop. We have quite a bit of snow coming down right now at the moment. Looks like we could get all the way up towards 4 or 5 inches of accumulation by the afternoon, maybe a little bit less. It will be, relatively wet stuff melting away. And the temperature will be rising tomorrow along with a fair amount of wind, where we will see more of that snow melt away. And then by Friday, we'll basically be done with the snow and probably through winter. But you just never know with upstate New York. It's pretty crazy how that works. So we have a very rare spring snowfall right now, but we're going to get back to the regular spring temperatures coming up Friday and Saturday. Sunday's got a little bit of a cool off, a little bit more rain, but we will see what happens with that as the week progresses and we get more information about what our weather's going to be doing. So I know it's not exactly the greatest thing, and we're a little bit tired of the snow for the winter, but, we're going to get by. We'll figure it out. But let's finish out our announcements, that Kendall mission statement. The mission of the Kendall Central School District is to provide the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes needed by students to live responsibly and to compete successfully in today's and tomorrow's world. Hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday, and if I don't get a chance to see you, remember to stay colorful, Kendall.